talk and also a merge fashion show. So don't hesitate to come. It's going to be wild. Hello everyone. Thank you everyone for organizing this event, Adrian especially. It was a wonderful week and it's not over yet, so let's enjoy what we can. I'm Nicolas, an engineer at Abstract. I'm from France. And I'm going to talk about Abstract today and CosmWasm development in general. So this is going to be a brief introduction with some vocabulary, and then we're going to jump into Abstract. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to showcase the merch that we have that is available to you. So you'll see what's happening. No, I have this clicker. So let's first jump into the terms. What is Cosmos? What is Atom? What is IBC? All this jargon. Let's explain it a bit. But first, the first part of the fashion show. So this is the first t-shirt that Abstract offers. This is a white t-shirt, plain t-shirt. It's easy. You can wear it everywhere. Only small text here. It says Abstract. So please, after the talk, you can join and collect your t-shirt. Jumping into tech, again, we have 4 things that I want to differentiate on today. We have the blockchains. You know blockchains. Neutron, Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever you want, name it. You know those. This is easy. Then, on the lower level, you have the framework on top of which the blockchain is built. For example, Cosmos SDK, as we have here. We also have Ethereum, Substrate for Polkadot, etc. Then you have the smart contract framework on which you can build. As a developer, you can build and simply put your contract on-chain without having to ask anyone. And this is CosmWasm in Cosmos, and also EVM that you might know. And finally, we have IBC. You have heard a lot of IBC, I think. This is the protocol, the framework that allows you to communicate between blockchains, because blockchains are really isolated things and IBC allows communicating between them. So now let's show a graph and see how all this is tied together. So first, as we said, the blockchains. Some examples of blockchains here on the screen, and all those blockchains have one thing in common. They are all built, I have this clicker, they are all built on the Cosmos SDK. So this is the icon here. This is the framework that all of them are using. But then, all of those chains don't have the same applications on top of them. And for example, here on the left, we have Evmos, that is an EVM-based CosmWasm blockchain, Cosmos SDK blockchain. Even I mix them up. But all of those other chains have CosmWasm on top of them. And CosmWasm is a smart contract framework in Rust, which is fun to use. And finally, you have IBC, which connects the blockchains between each other. And so all those chains are connected with IBC. This is a feature of the Cosmos SDK. It's easy to connect chains between each other. You have questions on those jargon terms? Nope. I guess it was clear. So let's move on. And let's move on to the second part of the fashion show. Right. This is the Abstract tank top. So that's the same thing. It's available. You can take it. It's beautiful, isn't it? All right. I can walk. All right. Thank you for that. Moving on, we're going to talk about Abstract. Abstract is a framework built on top of CosmWasm. So you've seen all those chains with CosmWasm on top of them. And Simon said around maybe 90 chains, 100 chains, is that it, that have CosmWasm?
We say 100.
Yeah, 100, so. Roughly 100, right. And so, plus. Abstract allows you to build on top of all those chains by default, because we target cross-chain development and we target chain-agnostic development. And you'll see what that means later. And Let's explain why Abstract was created. So CosmWasm and IBC can do everything. You can do everything on top of them. You can build any application. You can run any code, as long as it's not too long to run. It doesn't take too much storage. Sure, there are some constraints, but you can do everything. But being able to do everything comes with constraints. And that means a lot of verbosity in the language, because you can do everything, you have to write everything yourself. It's also hard to interoperate with other projects, because you need to make sure the messages are formatted correctly and they are coded correctly as well. This is also really hard to test, upload, and maintain without having to switch between languages. And you know you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that changing between English, Spanish, and French every second. And this is the same thing in programming. You just want to stay in Rust, stay in your favorite language. This is better. And finally, interchain developer DevOps. What is DevOps? What's DevOps stand for? Yeah, development operations, right. This is hard, and you don't want to do that. You know, I don't even know what it means. I don't want to do that. I want someone to take care of that for me. And that's what Abstract does. As a small example, remember what front-end development was before React was invented? No, you don't, because it was awful. Pure JavaScript. You had to create everything. You had to recreate everything every time. So thanks for React, we have better developer experience, and that's what Abstract provides for CosmWasm. So let's list what it provides. It provides off-chain tooling to test your applications really easily with a simple syntax, stay in Rust, thanks to what CosmWasm has done. We're building on top of other projects as well, which is good for you because it maintains interoperability between projects. And then you can deploy your logic, maintain your protocol really easily with the same syntax, staying in Rust. Just run functions. Your contracts are objects, run functions on them. That's what our motto is. And finally, you're with the crab, with the Rust crab. You stay with it. You love it. You stay in Rust. You don't talk any other programming language, only Rust. And then it also provides on-chain things, on-chain developer functions and on-chain facilitations. So you just need to focus on your logic, your product logic, and not all the framework that comes behind it. Plus, it brings you interoperability out of the box directly with simple functions. You can authenticate your users across chains easily. You don't have to remember addresses, store addresses everywhere. It's just account IDs. You have, oh, this is account 45 on Neutron, but you know it's account also 45 on Zion or on Archway. It's really easy to follow. So easy also to track user actions. And finally, the best part for developers, someone else can read your code. You don't have to do all of the small comments. I mean, comment your code, please. Don't comment your code. But you should be able to read it, and that's what we provide as well. And as an analogy, think of HTTP, TCP/IP, who are the protocols behind the internet. You don't want to mess with those. You want to just use Firefox or Chrome or things like that. This is the analogy of using Abstract instead of messing with the core CosmWasm. All right. Now we're not only so no more fashion show. Sorry. We're not only onboarding developers. We're also onboarding users. This is one of the main goals of and the main challenge of crypto today is onboarding users, and Abstract allows that by partnering with Zion. Zion is a chain that provides user-facing account abstraction, which means that it's easy to onboard users on this specific chain. So no need for a wallet. You can log in via email and verification code. Simple, easy. The way you use it, you do it with Web 2. And so you can access your G app everywhere. You're not locked on your computer. You don't have to store a mnemonic. There are some ways to also use mnemonics, etc. But for onboarding, it's really easier and most straightforward. But this is only possible on Zion Chain. And what Abstract provides is it brings this Zion chain abstraction to all other chains that support IBC for fast transaction, seamless IBC operations for users and developers, and allowing you to reach all chains, EVM or Cosmos. Great. And the last thing, so I still have one thing to show. We do have some stickers. So this is our logo. I don't know if you see it, but there are also some stickers if you don't put it on your computer or on your books, maybe. And the last part of this talk is hackathon, because the hackathon isn't tomorrow, so it's coming real soon. And I just wanted to present 2 hackathon ideas that you might want to implement this weekend. So the first idea is creating a small game, a small, simple game. If you like gaming, maybe you want to create a 2D or 3D game using your favorite engine, and then rely on on-chain data to maybe generate your maps, or save multiplayer interactions, or what could you do? You could also verify that the user is not cheating on-chain. This is convenient. And so yeah, make it IBC, make it multiplayer. These are ideas. I'm not saying it's easy, but these are ideas if you want to hack on that. And the second one could be, again, related to account abstraction, user account abstraction. Create a simple onboarding front-end app that might integrate with other Neutron apps. So for instance, with iframes, you know iframes, easy. But you could do a wallet using iframes that just onboards people, and when they want to go to other more different, more difficult applications, they could just export them mnemonic and do it the advanced way, but their first interaction should be easy. And that's it. Thank you for your attention. Yes, if you have any questions, feel free.
Everything is clear.
Where can you get the shirts?
The shirts, I will be here distributing the shirts.
One more round of applause for our speaker.